Okay. All right. Good morning, and thank you for joining us here today. Joining me today is our Deputy Clerk of Elections, Ed Michalowski, and we have our Jim, our GEM. Jim Nally is over, he's our attorney. We also have Orland Township Supervisor Paul O'Grady and Maywood Library Board President Erica Sanchez with us. I want to thank you all for being with us today, and all of you. The upcoming April 4th election includes candidates that are running for local elections all throughout suburban Cook County. That includes the mayors, trustees, township officials, school districts, park districts, and many, many more. It's really the largest election that our office administers. And these offices and the decisions that they make have a significant impact on the day-to-day quality of life in our communities. You can touch these public servants. They live in your communities, shop in your communities, work in your neighborhoods. Best of all, you can sometimes have a conversation with them. And when you see them at the grocery store, I know they like that. Now, with just 2 weeks, the election is in front of us. We are facing a shortage. We need at least 1,000 more poll workers. As you know, our poll workers play a critical role in ensuring the integrity of our elections and the efficiency of the operations at our polling locations. They are the lifeblood of our elections operations, and we couldn't get the job done without them. We're looking for people with the skills and discipline and pride to serve their country. Training classes will be provided in several suburban Cook County locations throughout Tuesday, March 28th. In return for their service, election judges will receive $250. The PPTs, or the polling place technicians, will make $385 for the day. This reflects a recent, well-deserved pay raise. So today we're coming together and encouraging everyone, first of all, go and vote. Secondly, we're looking for people to help us at the polling locations. We're looking for veterans and college and high school students and bilingual residents. Anybody who's interested in helping us with this process can visit the clerk's website at cookcountyclerk.com/work, or you can contact our office at 312-603-0970 to apply and receive more information. Now, I want to have, I think I'm going to ask Erica Sanchez, who is the president of the Maywood Library Board, to step up and have a few words. Erica?
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much for having me here this morning. As the clerk mentioned, my name is Erica Sanchez. I'm the president of the Maywood Public Library District. Cook County needs election judges and polling place technicians. We encourage registered voters in Cook County to sign up to be election judges or polling place technicians. It's a great way to give back to the community and make a difference in the democratic process. Whether you're a first-time volunteer or a seasoned election veteran, your participation as a judge is vital to the success of any election. I personally found it to be very valuable and rewarding in collecting with the community and assuring voters that their votes are important and they will be counted. Hola, mi nombre es Erika Sánchez y soy la presidenta del board de Maywood Public Library District. El condado de Cook necesita jueces electorales y técnicos de lugares de votación. Les pedimos a los votantes registrados en Cook County que se inscriban a trabajar para ser jueces en esta elección o técnicos de lugares de votación. Es una excelente manera de ayudar a la comunidad y hacer una diferencia en el proceso demócrata. Ya que sea voluntario por primera vez o un veterano con mucha experiencia en las elecciones, su participación como juez es importante para el éxito de cualquier elección. Muchas gracias. Thank you very much for your time.
And thank you, Erica. So, we also have Orland Township Supervisor Paul O'Grady with us. Paul, would you have a word?
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Clerk. Good morning, everyone. Paul O'Grady. I'm the Orland Township Supervisor. First of all, I'd like to say how important it is the local elections that are coming up on April the 4th. We have library districts, we have park district elections, we have municipal elections, we have fire district elections. So there's many, many important races, as the clerk mentioned, that are on our ballot that are really connected to our local community. So it's very important that we get out and vote at these elections. Further, it's important that we have a fair and balanced election process. The way we have a fair and balanced election process is to have us, the citizens, involved. And how do the citizens get involved? They sign up and volunteer on election day to watch the polls to make sure the election is fair and balanced. I encourage everybody that's available on April 4th to sign up to become an election judge to make sure these important races that are before us are fair and balanced. Finally, I encourage everyone to exercise their constitutional right and get out and vote on April 4th. Also, today is the first day of early voting. At Orland Township, we have early voting going on right now. So if you're available today or any day between now and Election Day, please get out and vote. Thank you, Clerk.
Thank you, Paul. I appreciate you both coming out and
Thank you.
sharing with us how important it is for all of our communities throughout Cook County. Next up, I'm going to have our Deputy Clerk of Elections, Ed Michalowski, to come and speak. Ed?
Okay. Thank you very much, Clerk Yarbrough, Supervisor O'Grady, President Sanchez. You know, the numbers in the offices we're talking about really fall short to understand that there are 2,000 candidates that have put their lives on hold since early this year to make certain that they had the number of petitions, the office that they're running for was true, and they're able to be on the ballot. 2,000 individuals whose families have put their lives on hold to make sure that democracy works for all of us. We have 800 different ballot styles in suburban Cook County. It's a very complex ballot. Some of the people in the industry say that the suburban Cook County elections are some of the most complex because we have 800 different ballot styles and we do them in 13 different languages. We can't do any of it without the support of election judges who make the democracy that we feel so important about, that you're here for and we are here for, work. Without the election workers, this is not going to work. We're 1,000 short. We need more. So we've given the address where people can sign up. Even in the final days before the election, if individuals decide to sign up, we have online classes that will make sure that they have enough and sufficient knowledge to carry out the roles and the responsibilities at the polling places. We can't thank you enough for listening today and hopefully encouraging all your friends and family to support the election coming up on April 4th. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ed. So we're open for questions.
This might be a good one for Ed.
Okay.
When you brought up even if at the last minute with the online courses that are available, trying to entice people to fill these vacancies, how easy is the application process? I know some people, when they think of applying for something online, or if they have applied online, it can be very cumbersome to apply for something online. How easy is the application process? Do you want to talk about that?
Sure. So it's done through an election portal directly on the website. And if somebody is a suburban Cook County voter, we already have you in the database. So we can authenticate that this individual is in fact a registered voter and is in good standing to serve as an election judge. If somebody is a Chicago voter and they want to serve in suburban Cook, it just takes us a couple extra steps to authenticate that, and we're doing that on a rolling basis day to day. So I would say the process is very easy, and at the end, when it comes to just doing the online training is something that we went through at great length to make sure that the individuals can go through the portals, and when they get there on election day, that they feel confident that they could do the job. And what we would do is also, we don't want anyone to feel that it's so daunting, it's so kind of confusing that they're going to get there and this is all going to be placed on their shoulders. The goal is to have 5 election judges in every precinct. Currently, we have 3 in most precincts. However, some of them only have 2. So even if we get 3 or 4 more people in those precincts with 2 individuals who have experience, they're going to feel confident because not only will they have gone through the online training, which is pretty easy to navigate, they'll have 2 other seasoned people helping them through. And when we did the re-precincting a few years ago, what we did is that we didn't reduce any polling places, but we have multiple polling places, let's say in one gym. So if you've got 3 precincts, they could be all in one gym. So that way you can take advantage of other people who might have more experience that are working in the same precinct. So it's really important that we get the individuals there. We've made it as easy as we can, but it's also something that is serious. And when you go through the online training and you go through the in-person training, if you're available for that, we feel it's a really easy process.
I appreciate you answering that, and I hate to bring this up, but over civic duty, if someone's responsible, first off, what are the qualifications?
The qualifications that would be that an individual would have to be a registered voter in Cook County. There are additional requirements that at this point would be too late for high school individuals to apply. Because you have to have a notification from the school, which already sunset. But we are also involved heavily in some of the community colleges, and we're offering them the ability to take a civics class, cybersecurity class, get some college credit, and get a higher stipend to work on election day, both as a judge and a technician, making sure the equipment is working.
Okay, so my last question, over the civic duty of it, if someone is doing this because they're short on rent and they want to get the $250 or the $385, how is payment supplied? Is it a W-2 or a 1099?
So, because we've got one election this year, there won't be anyone that in these capacities that'll be over the aggregate of $600, which would be the tax threshold to go from just a standard check to a 1099 or a W-2. So people should know for this election in particular, we're going to be clearing out most of the election workers within the first 2 weeks after the election, and they will be mailed a check. So what we did is we implemented a new poll book. Seems like a long time ago, but it was only last summer. And the poll book itself is an iPad. And so we clear the payroll through the iPad electronically. And then our staff confirms everybody who in fact worked and signed in. And then we manage that onto a spreadsheet, send that to the comptroller's office, and checks are cut and mailed directly from us. So for this year, because there's really only one large election in April, there will not be any need for a 1099 that might slow it down, or a W-2. So these will be processed very quickly.
And I don't want to keep everyone here all day, but I'll give you my card, and maybe we can talk a little bit before the election comes about all the different types of ballots and the different languages and the necessity, and maybe we can do another push on
that would be great.
seeking out individual needs.
Yeah, and we do have a need for multilingual poll workers as well. I mean, there's one thing to have a lot of, technology only goes so far to make certain people feel comfortable when they walk in a precinct, whether they're speaking Tagalog, whether they're speaking Polish, whether they're speaking Ukrainian, so we need these poll workers who are also bilingual. Thank you.
Anybody else?
Thank you.
Or maybe one of you all want to sign up to be a judge? I have to ask.
I see a lot of hands going up.
I don't see any hands going up. Oh, okay.
I already got a job.
Yeah, we already have a job.
But this is not just a job. This is not just a job.
you're right.
Democracy is on the ballot, okay? And get in the game. Just get in the game, okay? Okay?
It's a good soundbite.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.